Hello, everybody. Listen, I just want to say something right quick. Then again, I say right quick, it might be right long. It just depends on, what all I got to say and get off my chest. But anyway, um, at this point, I do not know who all have gotten their EBTs and SNAPs, the benefits and stuff. I do not know who all have received them. I don't know if anybody has received them. I'm pretty sure that different states have different dates. Okay, I'm a rapper now. Anyway, um, I'm not sure if different states have different dates of issuing out those benefits, but the word on the curb, I'm just a rapper today, is that they are supposed to be issuing those benefits. So hopefully somebody has gotten them. Hopefully everybody has gotten them who is supposed to be getting them. But I just want to say this right quick. I guess this is like a part two to my last video that I did. So if you haven't heard that, please go back and watch that one. So it was titled, by the way, EBT and snaps are back. Wake up call. So with that being said, wake up call. That is the part that I want to elaborate on today. Okay. Now, in that video, I was telling you how you can sustain yourself. And we should be, as a people, sustaining ourselves. Now, this is whether you are a EBT recipient or not. Okay, you don't even have to know what EBT stands for. Okay, like you can be so far removed from that being your situation that you don't even know what it stands for. That's fine. I'm talking to you as well. Okay, the way that we self-sustain ourselves and become self-reliant is growing our own food. Now, there's a lot of people. Again, some of them are EBT people. Some of them are not EBT people. All right. But when I go to the grocery store, I see a lot of people with buggies that are filled to the brim with what they think is food. And I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because they honestly really do think that they are filling that buggy with food. They classify what their buggy it has in it is food. No, it's not. No, your buggy don't have not a stitch of food in it. Okay? When you got chips, you got Oreos, you got breakfast cereals, you got hot dogs, you got sodas, you got whatever food that comes in a package. Okay? If it's not fresh and it's coming in a package, 9 times out of 10, that is junk food. Okay? All right? And that's coming from a former junkologist, okay? All right? Junkaholic is what I used to be, okay? Anybody used to ask me, hey, what's your favorite food? I would always say junk. Literally, that's what I would say, junk, because that's what I had liked. But I have to say this and give myself some benefit of the doubt. Back in the day when I did used to eat that stuff, it didn't have all that stuff that's in it now. Like bioengineered ingredients and all that kind of stuff. And that, I promise, is another talk for another time, okay? Bioengineered ingredients. I'm just sick of that and over it. But again, I will talk about that and digress on that later. But right now, we're talking about junk food and how a lot of people think that they are doing right by their families by bringing that stuff home, and it's junk. All right? It's junk food. It is poison, literally, okay? Read the package. Turn it around. I did a video on that too. Turn your labels around. Read them. You will be shocked at what you find. If you haven't watched that video, check that one out. What is food? Okay? Is your tomatoes, cucumbers, fresh food, renewable food. Okay? I'm calling it renewable because you can plant that. You can pick a potato. You can come in your house, cook that potato up in 50 different ways. Okay? And guess what? You can go back out next week and get you some more potatoes. Like, it's renewable, okay? And you can grow it. It will come back. You buy a bag of chips. That's it for those chips. The chips are gone, okay? You get some potatoes. That's it. When you're done with them, you're done with them, okay? And this is not to Not Oreo cookies, okay? But Oreo, I'm going to tell you the truth. You've hurt my feelings. You really have. Because you got that doggone bioengineered ingredient in you. And why? Again, talk for another time. But that is junk food nonetheless, okay? And you need to grow yourself some food. And like I said, you can get yourself a starter kit. You can get you some seeds. All right. And I do have to make a retraction. In that last video, I said that you can get a package of seeds for like $4 for $1. No, not in this economy. They are 2 for $1 now. I will insert pictures. Okay. Yeah. They're 2 for $1. Still reasonable because you got the seeds, and the seeds will produce, prayerfully, the seeds will produce and make you a beautiful garden. And each year collect the seeds, and you can, have it renewable, okay? And raise your own food. Now, I do understand that not everybody has land. I get that. But if you do have land, then I am talking directly to you. Get yourself some chickens, all right? If you can get a cow, get a cow, all right? There's so many things you can do with a cow, all right? Well, not do with the cow, but what you can get from the cow. You can get milk from the cow. You can get butter from the cow. You can get meat from the cow. Okay? Hello. Now, I don't know how you feel about pork. Okay? If you don't want no pork, I definitely understand. I have not gotten to that point yet where I am done with pork, but I'm trying to get there, okay? If you know, you know. But, hey, if you want chickens, raise you some chickens. If you want goats, raise goats. Sheep, raise sheep. But you can definitely, if you have the land, raise your own meats. And you don't have to go to the store and continue to purchase theirs that is unhealthy, injected with God knows what. Okay? Just being for real. Again, turn those labels around and you will be surprised at what would be found. I'm trying to keep this whole rapping thing going, y'all. Okay, hello, my album will be out next week. Psych. Anyway, but yeah, you can definitely do it. You can grow your own food. And let me also say this, all right? It pains me to say this, but it has to be said. It is better for you to start growing your own food for this reason as well. And also, not just growing your own food, but eating at home in general, okay? Because, don't know whether y'all notice or not, but you can go and look this information up. They are starting to create meat. Okay? And when I say create, I don't mean they're going to get a rooster and a hen and they have chicks. No, I mean a lab. They take a syringe, get the DNA from a chicken, put it in a petri dish, and that's how they are making lab-grown meat. Look it up. And they're serving this to people. And it's already started in the United States. California, to my knowledge, is the first one to start doing this. And they're doing this with the restaurants first. Okay? Before they're putting it in the stores for you to buy, they're putting it in the restaurants for you to consume. So they're going to have it worded some kind of way on the menu, you know. They're not just going to come out and say, hey, this meat was grown in a lab in a petri dish. They're not going to word it like that, but it's a special wording that they're going to have on there. And if you know, oh, okay, well, this is some lab grown meat. Now, some people into that, just like with the Impossible Burger. That was a little too impossible for me. I've never had it because, for one, the name. Impossible Burger, man, miss me with that. If I'm going to have a burger, I'm going to have a burger. God dog it. I'm not going to have no fake something. I don't know what that is. And nowadays it's sad because you really don't know what your food is. You really can't even call it food. Let's be for real. Y'all know. Y'all who know. Y'all of a particular age. I'll put it that way. Y'all know. Y'all might not want to admit it, but you know the meat from back in the day ain't the same meat today. All right? It's not. When you get meat, you can look at it in the package and see that it just has a funny look to it. It looks slimy. When you wash it, it's like it's hard to get that slime off of it. Now, I know that's going to be controversial for some people when I just not said that. When you wash your meat, yes, wash your meat. Okay, some people believe in it, some people don't. Over here in this house, we wash meat. And guess what? Fun fact, I ain't dead yet. So wash your meat, okay? But again, that's a whole nother talk for a whole nother time as well. But y'all can see the difference. Sometimes y'all have cooked the chicken, or either you bite into the chicken that you buy out of the store and you're like, this don't taste the same. It just don't taste right. You know, pork chops and all of that stuff, they just don't taste the same. They don't taste like they used to. You want to know why? Because there's some funky stuff going on. There's some funky stuff going on behind the scenes that we don't know about, that we are not being made aware about, and that we are not making ourselves aware about because we refuse to educate ourselves. We refuse to read. It's not good. Now, there was a place back in the day that when I was a child, I had loved to eat from this place, okay? Oh, I rode hard for this place. I'm trying to tell you. And people used to try to talk bad about this place. I'd be like, y'all better leave them alone. They got great food. And, you know, back in that time, they did. At least to my knowledge. Because right now, they ain't hitting like they used to. It ain't slapping like it used to slap. Ain't that what the young kids say, slap? It ain't slapping like it used to slap. But this place, I'm not going to name it. Okay? I'm not going to bust them out like I did Oreo. I might have to bleep that out. But anyway, this place is a place that when you were a kid, that meal would make you happy. Okay? If you know, you know. So it don't taste the same now. So I don't know what that is. I don't know if the meat is meat, and I don't know. Okay, I'm not saying that meat particularly is grown in a lab, but okay, the nuggets ain't nuggeting. Okay. It's so sad because I remember enjoying that meal back in the day. I can't enjoy it now. I haven't eaten from that establishment, oh Lord, years now. Because I realized it wasn't benefiting me. You know how you eat food and you're supposed to feel like, okay, I can go on with my day. You're not supposed to eat food and feel sluggish. You're not supposed to eat food and feel bad. And I was like, the first time it happened, I was like, that's interesting, you know? And then it happened again. I was like, let me see if it happens again when I eat here. And sure enough, it did. 3 strikes, you out. I'm done with them. I'm done with them. I'm done with them. Okay? I don't want nothing from it. Because it ain't right. And y'all can do your own investigation on that, okay? If you know the place I'm talking about, if you have an idea of the place that I'm talking about, you can do your own investigation on to why that food don't taste like it's supposed to, okay? Anyway, but my point is, try your best to be self-reliant. Your life truly depends on it. For real, for real. And that's for if you're an EBT recipient. That's if you're not an EBT recipient. I just said it and I can't say it now. Recipient. There we go. But yeah, we got to grow our own food. We have to. We have to. Because we don't know what they're putting in it. But I know one thing. What we do know, one thing for certain and 2 things for sure. It don't taste the same like it used to back in the day. All right? If you turn them packages around, you'll see why. But anyway, I have talked enough, but I really hope that I have given you some nuggets and something to think about and something to even look into, research. Don't just take my word for it. Okay? Do not just take my word for it. Look it up for yourself. Do yourself a service and look this information up. Okay? And I will talk to you all later. Bye.